Well, we're at it again. Click and Go for the win. This is a spot market load, but it's off a Click and Go app. And I'm embarrassed to tell you what Click and Go app it is. I hardly ever use Click and Go. I use it in like times of emergency. And here was the funny thing. I made a delivery this morning to a customer, and for some reason I checked the Click and Go app, and I am getting loaded at the same place I delivered. So I was like, no deadhead. I put a bid in on the Click and Go app, and they accepted it, which I did not expect them to accept my bid, but they did. So yeah, I'm getting loaded early. It's 11:15 right now. My appointment wasn't until 2 o'clock, but they had the product pulled after getting me unloaded. So I waited a while and then backed into a dock, and they're loading me right now. And I deliver tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and I found a load home. It's not a great load. I'll talk more about that as this vlog goes on, but I found a load out of the Chicagoland area that gets me back to Minnesota in time to go to jury duty. I've got a lot of comments about how to try and get out of jury duty being a truck driver. I've tried that. They refuse to relinquish me from my obligation of at least showing up. I have to show up. And the county I live in, the way it works is it's a call-in. So I will call in on Friday, put in my group number. If my group number is called, then I show up Monday and talk to a judge and hopefully get released from having to do jury duty. If my number isn't called, I have to wait until next Friday and do it again. And then if my number isn't called that Friday, then I'm released from it. But I did get an extension. The county I live in grants one extension, and they did grant me an extension months ago, so they won't grant me another one or release me. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm pouring rain here in Wisconsin right now. But yeah, I'm going to get loaded and get on the road. So we'll catch back with you all later. Well, good afternoon. It's 5 minutes to 3. I just pulled the brakes here in, I think I'm in Roscoe, Illinois at the Loves. Exit 3 right off of I-90. I'm still 96 miles away from where I need to be tomorrow morning. But that's plenty of time. I don't have to be there until 8 o'clock in the morning. And what I'm doing is running all recap hours right now. So I started the day with 13 hours on my 70-hour clock. I got 13 hours back at midnight this morning. And what I'm doing is I'm only going to work like 8.5 hours the next couple of days. That way, if I get released from jury duty, I don't have to take a 34-hour reset. I can just keep working because I have some really good recap hours coming back. Like I said, I got 13 hours today. I get another 12 and a half tomorrow at midnight. Like tonight, morning time, I get another 12 and a half hours. And then I get another like 13 hours. So what I'm trying to do is just make sure that I have enough hours to get, if I decide to go out east, if I get released from jury duty, I can do that. So yeah, I parked here in the back of the lot of this Loves. Nobody can park alongside of me, which is nice. Somebody will be able to park on the driver's side, but that's typical, So yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with all this time, though. I mean, it's not even 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, that's my plan, though. I think I'm going to wake up about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning and just drive the rest of the 95 miles to the receiver, and then just stay there until 7 o'clock and go and check in. So yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna get out and walk and stretch and get a free shower. So we'll talk to you all later. Well, good morning. It's 1:30 a.m. I just got my cup of coffee and finished taking a shower here at Love's. Now I'm gonna get on the road to the receiver. I have a 8 a.m. appointment, but I'm gonna get there early. I read reviews that you can park there overnight. What is this? Is this fuel? Here, hold on a second. That wasn't there when I walked in to take a shower. I don't know if that's fuel or if somebody blew an coolant line. That's fuel. I can tell by the people driving in it. Yeah, look at that. But yeah, anyways, I am gonna get on the road and get to the receiver. Well, I made it here to the receiver. Oh, there's a sign. There's really nothing. There's a couple of trucks in line. My truck's way back there. I want to find a shipping and receiving office. Maybe I can check in early. Let's see what this says. Receiving, Saratoga Foods. 1 to number 16. All right, receiving doors are 1 to number 16. So let's go see if anybody's in the office. Well, I made it back to the truck. I walked up to the receiving door and there was a phone number. So I called the phone number on the receiving door and said, hey, I have an 8 o'clock appointment. Any chance you could unload me now? And the guy's like, we don't start accepting deliveries until 5 a.m. He's like, but I'll tell you what. He's like, come back up to this door at 5 a.m. because there's a sign that says before 6, use dock door 1. After 6, use dock door 17. So he told me to walk back up to the dock door a couple minutes before 5. And he's like, maybe somebody isn't here and you can just move into their appointment and we'll get you unloaded. I said, great, man. I appreciate your help. Doesn't really matter if I get unloaded right away or not. I mean, my other pickup, I think I have until 3 o'clock in the afternoon to get that. That's the load that brings me back to Minnesota. But yeah, another tip or another thing here. If you deliver food or have a delivery here to Saratoga Foods in Bolingbrook, Illinois, they have overnight parking. I will say this lot is immaculate. I got a feeling if we start leaving poop bags and trash bags around this lot, they're not going to let us park here. But right now, they're allowing overnight parking at this facility. So take care of it if you make a delivery here to Saratoga Foods, because I'll tell you what, man, especially in the reefer game, a lot of these receivers don't allow us to park on their property. So anytime I deliver to a receiver that allows parking, because I make a lot of deliveries here in the Chicago area. Michael Lewis Foods is another facility that allows overnight parking. I put it in my maps. That way, if I can't find a truck stop, I know I can come to one of these places and park for the night, because there is no, like, guard shack or anything to check in. So, yeah. I'm going to climb in the bunk now and take a nap for a little bit. Now I need to disconnect the air line and put a lock on it. So that's what I'm going to do now. They got me in a dock an hour and a half before my appointment at 6:30 in the morning. They're currently unloading me. And yesterday I had made a comment that this load came off of the spot market, and it was a Click and Go app that I used. And I said I was embarrassed to share the Click and Go app I used to get this load. Well, you know what? I'll share it, and I'll let you guys beat me up in the comments. I used Uber Freight to get this load. Freaking Uber Freight for the win. Who would have thought? I happened to pull up the Uber Freight or open up the Uber Freight app the other day and noticed they had a load leaving the receiver I was delivering at on the same day, coming here to the Chicagoland area. I'm in Bolingbrook, Illinois. And they were offering, or it was open for bidding. So I bid $3.70 a mile to go 257 miles. And Uber accepted it. So maybe I underbid. Very possible. But, you know, I was shocked that they accepted it, and I took it the load. So far, there have been no problems. Keeping my fingers crossed that there isn't an issue with shortages or overages or anything like that here at the receiver, because if I have to call Uber, I know I'm going to hear, "We will escalate your problem," and I know what that means. It means I'm screwed. I think I have hauled maybe 6 loads off the Uber Freight app in 2.5 years. And I didn't haul a load for Uber for a very long time because I was burnt twice by Uber. And I said, I'm never even going to open the app again. Well, I did the other day. And every time I have hauled it, I think I've hauled 3 Uber loads in like the last 3 months. And every time I have booked a load through Uber, it's leaving the receiver that I'm already at. So there's no deadhead involved. And like I said, I booked it for $3.70 a mile, way above the lane average of $2.88. And I found my backhaul back to Minnesota. So I'll talk more about that after this load is complete. So yeah, stay tuned. Say a prayer for me too, that I don't have to call Uber and try and figure something out, because we all know how that goes. I'm going to be talking to somebody and hear goats and chickens in the background, and the only thing they're going to tell me is, "We will escalate your problem." So, yeah, Uber Freight for the win.
1, 2, 3,
Well, it's 7:15 a.m. and I am unloaded. I'm going to check the trailer out real quick, make sure it's clean. Yeah, it's nice and clean. They put my load bars back in. Yeah, now I got to get to my next pickup. It's an open window pickup, 7 to 4 p.m. I'm about 21 miles away from it, so I'm going to get on the road, and that's going to end this vlog of my Uber load. Uber for the win from Wisconsin to Bolingbrook, Illinois. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Later.